Why is Donald Trump giving Vladimir Putin 50 days to come to the negotiating table? What's going to happen in the next 50 days that has not happened in 6 months? Remember when Trump said he would end the war in 24 hours? Remember when he said that in the first month of his term that this war would end? Now it's going into 6 months, and now he's giving Putin even more deadlines. What's going to happen in those next 50 days? Pretty much nothing. What was really interesting about that 34-minute press conference on Monday about military aid to Ukraine was that he said that Putin tricked Bill Clinton, he tricked George W. Bush, he tricked Obama, he tricked Joe Biden, but he didn't trick me. Even though he admitted that after he would finish having conversations with Putin, that when he would go to bed and talk to his wife Melania, she would inform him that Ukrainian cities were being bombed. And so he told us that Putin was playing him, but yet he wasn't fooled. Think about that. Think about the ego and the arrogance and the insulation that it requires for you to think that you are not being played, even though when it's very clear that you are. So this really is about his ego. This is really about him not really caring about Ukraine at all. And he really has no interest in going hard against Putin. He's spending all of his time against immigrants, against places like Mexico, going against the EU, but against dictators, he's perfectly okay with them. Think about that. All of his attention is going to funding ICE, not sending money to places like Ukraine that desperately need it. He's spending more time focusing on shutting down USAID so that people across the world who need access to HIV and AIDS medication doesn't get it. So this cruelty, this fascist, white supremacist cruelty that Trump is targeting towards people of color and the vulnerable is indirectly impacting Ukraine. I keep telling y'all this. The racism that impacts people who looks like me is directly at this point impacting Ukrainians who don't look like me. So we really need to bond together and fight against white supremacy, because white supremacy ultimately infects everything and everyone, including Ukraine. So the next 50 days, more Ukrainian towns and cities are going to get bombed, and more people are going to die because Trump's ego. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys.